Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Briggs, your host. And you know, since the year 2008, we've been coming to you every day to let you know what's good about Fresno. We celebrate what's good about Fresno. There's so many cool things going on, and we want you to know about them. Now, coming up here on April 29th is a pretty cool event happening. Our guest is Armando Aragon. I told you I forget your name, didn't I?
Yeah,
Armando Aragon, who's putting on this cool event. You guys have to know about it. Tell us about it.
Yeah,
Armando.
it's called the Vintage Fair at Park Place. What it is we got a group of local vendors that are specifically focused on the vintage community with clothing, collectibles, arts, crafts, signs, vinyl records, things of various collecting. That we have typically used or sold to the downtown community through Art Hop, and we're now migrating up north to the North Fresno area. Mm-hmm. And what we're doing is this is the third event that we're hosting here at the Park Place Plaza at 7855 North Palm. And,
Palm and Nice, right?
Palm and Nice, yeah, exactly.
Palm, and it almost ends there.
Yeah, it's right there. You can't miss it. We're going to have our signs out front. This, like I said, this is the third one that we're having. And our theme, because we like to theme it as well, it's Monopoly theme with Park Place to Plaza. Our theme on this one here is So this next one's going to be 80s themed. What it is we're taking it back to the 80s. Mm-hmm. And
you want us to wear a costume.
Oh yeah, if you come out dressed in your 80s theme, you'll be entered into a contest to be the best dressed. We're going to have 3 main prizes for people that are going to be out. The vendors will be judging the top dressed contestants, and there's going to be 3 prizes. We've got donations from local brick and mortar vintage stores like the Black Market, BBOs, Bad Kids Club, mm-hmm. And various other shops as well, and then other vendors that are going to be participating in these not donations, but gifts and prizes for the contestants. And then also the vendors will be dressed up in theme as well in the 80s, and we have a select group of guests and customers that are going to be judging us with our own attire as well.
You get judged too now.
Yeah, we do. Everybody.
What is 80s? I don't even know. I have to go look at that.
80s. Well, 80s theme. Think about Back to the Future, for example.
That's cool. Yeah.
Marty. If you can see
Marty McFly.
Marty McFly is going to be our mascot here, Mr. Uncle Pennybags from Monopoly. He's dressed up just like Marty McFly. There, you got the DeLorean in the background, and 80s theme. I mean, it's like. You think of the 80s like Gremlins, Rocky Balboa, all kinds of stuff. Red Dawn, on and on.
There's a lot of iconic things.
Yes,
in that period.
And that's the thing. It's like we're keeping the nostalgia alive from the 80s, and welcoming it to the newer generation of people that are out these days. And what better way to do it than to sell vintage clothing and keep it in the 80s theme?
Who are some of the vendors that will be there?
Well, myself will be there. We also have another group of vendors. I'll name off a few. There's the Thrift Grouch, Oscar. There's James with the Golden Vintage Era. And then there's a group of vendors that are from the Bad Kids Club that are coming out.
By the way, I put 2 of your Instagrams up there.
Yes.
People can find out more there, right?
Yes, definitely. Reach out on the Instagram. Don't be afraid to message us.
What are a couple of the businesses right there, just to give people...
Well, there's going to be a lot of the businesses that are there will be participating.
What are the stores that are there?
Yeah, there's Hummus Republic. That's one of the restaurants that's there.
Right.
Popolo's Pizza, Michael Blunt Salon, Sabor Mexican restaurant that just came in. That's pretty great food.
Sabor?
Yeah, Sabor, good food. Eureka Burgers there, Yaba Bakery as well.
I just couldn't remember which corner it was, but now I got it locked in. Yeah,
it's the old Daily Grill area.
Yeah.
We're set up in front there. We take a little small portion of the parking lot there, and we set up, and we'll be doing this all year long. Every single last Saturday of the month, we'll be doing this.
Every last Saturday, not just this Saturday. April 29th isn't this Saturday. It's 2 Saturdays.
Yes,
right now.
next Saturday.
April 29th. This video is going to run for a week anyway. So April 29th, go out there. That's cool.
It'll be
Wear
awesome.
a costume, not a costume. Dress up in your old clothes from the 80s.
Yes, 80s theme. Please come out and participate. Help support these local vendors and local businesses.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then also in September, we'll be also participating in another event. It's going to be the Central Cal Thrift and Vintage Expo. That's going to be over here at the Convention Center. It's going to be on September 30th. That's another one that's going to be
the Convention Center. That's big.
That's going to be a big one. Yeah, it's the 3rd annual one that they're going to be hosting.
Thrift and Vintage Expo. Where people come from all over the...
Oh, yeah, from all over the states.
Yeah.
And all over the state of California as well. This is going to be the 3rd one and the first Vintage Expo that's been set up here in the Fresno area. That's bringing the community together.
Armando, one of the reasons we started Central Valley Talk is because people always say, "Oh, there's nothing to do in Fresno."
Yeah.
But now here's a cool thing, and if you want a town that does have something to do, you got to go out and support these things. If nobody goes, you can't keep doing it. But you've been doing it for a couple of years now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been doing it for years.
They'll be around a long time, but we need to support these things. And
Yeah,
it's very important.
locally grown, locally owned, locally operated.
All Fresno,
Yeah,
all the time.
That's it. Yes, definitely.
Not just Fresno, Clovis, Madera, Kingsburg. Everybody come to this.
Yeah, we've got vendors at our particular group that's coming from Visalia, Merced. I mean, all over the small Central Valley here, and we're kind of starting to expand a little bit more. And we work with other vendors that are up in, there's vendors in Bakersfield that we're talking to, vendors in Porterville that we're talking to. But we're really starting to expand a lot more.
Yeah.
So we've got some pretty good things going on here. A lot of irons on the fire. If you know what I mean.
Starting April 29th out at Vintage Fair at Park Plaza.
Yeah, Park Place.
Park Place. It's right there at N.E.S. and Palm. And what time will it start? What time will it
Yeah,
end?
it starts at 11, ends at 5 p.m. We're going to be doing this, like I said, every month, last Saturday, and 7855 North Palm Avenue. You can't miss us. We'll have our signs out all throughout the neighborhood there, and I'm sure you'll see our flyers around town, on your internet and your social media and everything as well. We'll be putting a couple more videos out, and just give us a follow.
By the way, another great event by Armando, but you go by N.E.S. Relics.
Yes, yeah. N.E.S. Relics. I like to say it's like Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah,
because I was an old gamer
right.
back in the day when I used to play the Nintendo.
NES.
But also, both my wife and myself, the handle actually stands for Never Ending Story.
Ah.
Yeah, like the old movie from the 80s, and the Never Ending Story with the Luck Dragon.
By the way to remember, N.E.S.relics559 on Instagram, N.E.S.relics559 on Instagram.
Yeah.
And the other Instagram is just Vintage Fair at Park Place.
Yeah.
By the way, just start typing Vintage Fair. You'll find it in Instagram.
Yeah,
No
definitely.
way. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, love
Things
it.
are happening in our town, and Armando is making them happen. We will be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.